I don't know if you saw like a previous recording of this AMA. Usually, like if I am a user of the device, I try to like demo a little bit what main things that I usually do or that I find interesting. And this usually is like 15 minutes, maximum 20 minutes. And you can jump in all the time. I had like one call with Ross for the staking dashboard. It was jumping in and stop me like sometimes to say stuff. So you feel free to jump in. Yeah, people in the audience can write question in the comment section, and we will leave this for the second part, which is the AMA. Okay, so here on my left, I have like Polkadot.js just to keep it there and see the changes that are reflected on chain on Polkadot.js when I'm using Nova Wallet. Okay, so the first thing, I mean, pretty intuitive that people realize as soon as they install the application is that if you tap on the top right corner, you can select wallets. And if you have already wallets, but if you don't have wallets, you can tap on the gear, and it gives you this this interface where you can remove remove existing wallet. And again, like if it's a hot wallet and you created it on the device or on another device, and you have the seed phrase, make sure that you have the seed phrase available. If you remove the wallet, you can always like restore it with the seed phrase. You can also edit, and here you can change like the order of the wallets or directly removed. You can add a wallet, and this is very nice because you have a lot of opportunities. You can already have a wallet. This will give you the option of restoring from the raw seed phrase, mnemonic phrase, or the JSON file. Then you can add a watch-only wallet, and this will be a wallet that basically you don't have the key in the device. So whatever you do, or whatever you try to do, already notice there is a banner, a message that pops, and it's telling you that the key is missing. So it's just if you want to watch some accounts, it's pretty nice feature too. Then you have, yeah, I mean, you can connect hardware wallets. And here you have 3 different options. You have Polkadot Vault, and Polkadot Vault, please go to the wiki. It's a cold storage solution for your phone. If you have an old phone, you can install this app, and then you can air gap the phone by going offline with airplane mode, and then you can use the phone as a cold storage device. It's pretty interesting and nice for the Polkadot ecosystem because it provides a nice interoperability feature that currently with Ledger is a little bit more difficult because we just have the Polkadot app, the Kusama app, and the app for the parachain if there are out there. With the new app, with the new Ledger generic app, this will not be a problem anymore, but it still has to be released. But anyway, you can connect your Ledger Nano X because, of course, it has the Bluetooth capability and you can connect with your phone. And Parity Signer, I believe, I mean, Parity Signer is like Polkadot Vault, right? Is it?
It is one of the earliest versions of the Polkadot Vault, but just because during the update from Parity Signer to the Polkadot Vault, things changed a little bit. We decided to leave backward compatibility for the Parity Signer. So users who owns their complex key structures on Parity Signer can continue to use it with Nova. And those who decided to upgrade, change how the keys are structured, they can continue using like the most updated version of it, which is Polkadot Vault.
Great. I can see Limo has a raised hand, please.
Yeah, so on the Nova Wallet wiki, we have like step-by-step instructions for connecting all of these different hardware wallets. Everything from pairing them to like updating the chain specs and metadata in Polkadot Vault. So if anybody ever has any questions about connecting hardware wallets to Nova Wallet, make sure you check our wiki because because there are different versions of Polkadot Vault with slightly different user experiences. So make sure to check our wiki if you have any issues.
Great. Yeah. Please, guys, go and check the Nova documentation. There are also tutorials, and yeah, you can follow the guidelines there if you are stuck. But anyway, I think they will not be stuck because it's pretty user-friendly and intuitive, the platform. Most of the times you figure out yourself. So it's pretty nice. Yeah, we go back. So we have seen like the wallet section. Now here I already have some wallets, and I will use specifically this KSM Stash wallet that you can also see here on Polkadot.js. I have 4 KSM. And there is also a Stash tutorial wallet. This is another. They're both like hot wallets, so they're both stored in Polkadot in my Polkadot.js extension here on my browser and on the mobile on the Nova wallet. So in the previous tutorial last time, we've seen OpenGov, and I have demonstrated a lot how to use Nova Wallet in OpenGov with Michalis. And yeah, I mean, I will not demonstrate again here how OpenGov works. I will just go briefly in the governance section, in the vote icon here at the bottom. And I have a lock because I previously delegated. My delegation is expiring soon. I see 1 day left. And I think this is really nice for Nova Wallet, that it really like shows any lock that you have, how much time it's left, especially also if you are voting. It gives you the time of the lock if the referendum ends and you are on the winning side, plus any time left within the referendum. I think this is really great. Which gives you basically the yes, please, Anton.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a small, like a fun fact about this time. This time is basically, it's calculated very precise, because in order to show you this time, we are not just like calculating like how much blocks is left, because the blocks is actually what we know, right? When the referendum is going to be ended, or well, your tokens will be unlocked. There is no like term like a seconds or minutes on the blockchain. There is only information about the blocks, right? And I mean, it is alive. Like the block is not precisely 6 seconds, right? So we could write something like number of blocks until the referendum is completed or the voting is completed, right? And multiply it by 6 and just leave it like that, right? That would be the easiest solution for us. But we noticed that it will give like completely off result, right? So imagine you're watching referendum and it's just like 1 minute left, and all the like the most interesting stuff is happening like in the last minute, especially like in the previous governance, right? But nowadays as well. So yeah, in order to make sure that you seeing like what you see, like the seconds, precise amount of seconds left, we have implemented the way that we precisely calculate how much time like block is based on the historical data of the past blocks. And we do this precise estimation so that whenever you see sometimes like the time changing in the Nova, just for you to know that this is because Nova tries to help you to understand how much really time left, right? So just a fun fact about these numbers, because in blockchain you just only have the blocks, right? But in the human world, you need to know time in seconds. And this is how we manage to connect these two worlds.
Yeah, and I really love this. You did a really amazing job here. I will just demo very quickly again delegations and voting. If you want to delegate, you go to Add Delegation, then you select the entity that you want to delegate to. Here I just select the first one. Then you can click on Add Delegation. Here I will delegate just the Treasury medium spender. Continue. Again, here I need to specify the amount of KSM I want to delegate. Here 0.1, and then the conviction 1x 7 days is telling me, and delegating period it's 7 days. the governance logs. I already have one, so it will not change from 0.1 to 0.1, but this will change. We have seen before that I have 1 day left. This will be basically reset to 7 days as soon as I undelegate this delegation, if I undelegate. So I go to continue, confirm, and then gives basically my delegation. If I go back, I can see here I have one delegation. If I can tap it, I have information about what I delegated, 0.1 KSM with 1 inch conviction, gives you my 0.1 votes on that specific track, the medium spend. So whoever, Chaos DAO will be able to use my 0.1 KSM votes on any referendum on that specific track. That's it. Then we can go back, locked amount. I have my delegation is active. I don't have any days because now I'm delegating. But very interestingly, if here I can see I have a medium spender track. If I try to vote on this myself and I tap on vote, so I'm delegating, but I want to vote anyway on this track with 1 inch conviction, and here is giving me that already delegating votes. So I cannot delegate and vote on the same track at the same time. So what I need to do, I need to go back to my delegation, and I tap here, and I can revoke my delegation. I have to select the specific track that I delegated, continue, confirm. And here, now we will see that I will get the lock. If I go on the locked amount, notice here, I don't have any delegation anymore. So it's very, very intuitive here. I deleted my delegation. It's very visible. On the lock amount, I have 7 days. So I basically reset my countdown. As soon as I undelegate, I get the lock. And this, I explain it very in much detail in the previous AMA. So now we can go and vote ourselves on the medium spender track, this referendum that we wanted to vote before, and I can vote. And here I select 0.15, a little bit more than the current lock that I have. And very interestingly here, it gives me a lot of information about what is changing. I have currently a lock that is 0.1 because I'm delegated, but I'm creating now a governance lock of 0.115 KSM, which is increasing by 0.05 KSM. So I'm increasing my lock, and because lock, they do not stack, basically the biggest lock decides, which basically means that my lock will be 0.15. And here on Polkadot.js, I can see that I have currently the 0.1 KSM for referenda vote. Ignore the staking. This is another lock because I'm currently staking, but now we're concentrating on the OpenGov. And if we are okay with this, we can vote nay or yes. And here my question, because in OpenGov, you can also do split votes, you can abstain. Are you currently implementing this in the future versions?
Yes, indeed. This is part of our current proposal. We have a section towards the OpenGov improvements, and this change regarding you would be able to abstain the voting, right? And other options, that would be a scope of the current planned features for the OpenGov improvements. There is also one very spicy one, but I don't want to spoil you. I just want to announce that there is a huge feature for the OpenGov coming to the Node wallet. I don't know the precise date, but it is in our time frame of current proposal execution, which ends by the end of the April. So by the end of the April, community should receive a pretty big update for how you can vote into the OpenGov.
Nice, great, awesome. So here I will just vote yes for this referendum, confirm, and we are good to go. If we go back here, I can see that it's updated. So I voted yes with 0.0, I put 0.015 votes. Wait, I need to go back. So if we want to we can always revote on a referendum and modify our vote. So we click on revote. I need to specify when is conviction, 0.15. And we can see here that the locking period will be a little bit more than 7 days. I currently have 7 days because I am delegated, but I will get when it's conviction also 7 days for this referendum. But again, like Anton already said before, they're calculating very precisely the time when you're voting, and this is the time basically for the lock that I will get when the referendum ends and I am on the winning side of the referendum, plus any time left within the referendum. So in here, I can see that I will have 8.1 days of locking period starting from now, because there is still like 1 day and 3 hours. This 1 day and 3 hour maximum, what exactly is it? The time left within the referendum?
Yes, it's estimation on how much time it will take for a referendum to complete. It can complete earlier, right? Because it says maximum, and it will be completed earlier if there will be more voters towards this referendum, right? But we do not know the future, right? We do not know how
you
many.
Just give the worst case scenario, the longest
one. So that's why it says the maximum.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, then we just say yes and confirm, and now this will be updated in the main screen here. We should see exactly 0.15 votes. If we go under locked amount, we can see that this has been updated now to 8 days, like we have seen before signing. But the interesting thing here is that when you vote and the referendum is ongoing, you can always remove the vote. You can always remove what you're doing, and you will not get you will get, you can unlock immediately, basically. So it's not like when you delegate, as soon as you delegate it and then you undelegate, you get the lock no matter what. When you're voting is only at the end of the referendum. If you are on the winning side, you get the conviction lock if you voted with conviction. And but if you're on the losing side and the referendum ends, you basically can unlock immediately. And if the referendum is ongoing, you can remove your vote anytime and unlock immediately. So what I want to do here is to go back on this referendum. And again, here I also have another question, because now I'm showing you that I can click on revote, and I can click here 0. And if I sign this, so I basically updated my votes to 0. And I can see here I have 0 votes, and here I can unlock. So I can go here and unlockable 0.05 KSM, of course, because we voted with 0.15, but we have 0.1 from the delegation. So we can only unlock 0.05 KSM. So I click on unlock, confirm, and then we will remain with 0.1 KSM, which is really great, but my vote is still there. So there is no option to remove the vote. The only option I have to remove the vote, I noticed, is that I should go under add delegation. And if I add delegation, here is telling me they still have votes, right? On one track, which is the medium spender track, because I did vote only there. And I can remove vote here. So there is no option within, if I go here, the usual route, there is no option to remove the vote. Is there any plan to add this option, or it is supposed to be like this?
It's supposed to be like this because of the way to simplify the UX, right? Because imagine we need to add the 2 different buttons which allow you to vote with a 0, which is a completely valid use case, right? And at the same time to remove the vote, right? And instead of having this 2 buttons, we just decided to proceed with 1. And if user really want to remove the votes, then it's usually the case for the delegation, right? Because it's blocking you from the delegation if you have not removed the votes from the previous referendum that are going.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only case when you actually need to call the revote.
I think it's great. I think it's great because, I mean, it's telling you whatever, you know, I like that whenever you are in the step within this OpenGov, you know, like menu, it always tell you what you need to do, you know, like it doesn't, it's very intuitive. If something is like off, it's telling, okay, you have to remove that. Okay, you cannot do this together with that, right? So it's really helpful. I think it's easy. It's a very easy way of interacting with OpenGov. You did a really good job here. So
thank you.
Yeah, really, really nice. Okay, this was basically it. So very, very you know, easy to use in OpenGov. Then the other thing I wanted to show is the browser. I think here it's very nice because you can use and log in with Nova Wallet in different applications. And I have here some that I like that I use, HydroDX to swap, Polkaverse to post, and then you know, SubID. There are other stuff, but I mean, I'm not really like using crazy Nova Wallet for these things. But anyway, it's really nice to have this this feature on the mobile wallet. Then you have staking, and here I'm already staking. I'm staking, and it's nice to see here that you have the information about what you're doing, and it's great. I mean, it's direct staking. It means that you are nominating, and it's a pool staking. It means that you're a member of a pool. You have all the information here about your stake, some information about the rewards, and if you tap on, for example, direct staking, I can see the rewards that I have here. I can select all. I can also like do the monthly rewards. This is awesome. I think it was added a little bit after Nova Wallet launch. I remember it's a great addition of. It's a small thing, but it helps a lot. And then here you have all the feature that you can do, you know, in staking. You can stake more, you can unstake, you know, you can select the reward destination. It's also telling you like the compounding rewards if you restake, you know, the type of percentage of rewards that you get. If you have unpaid rewards, is scanning if there are like unpaid rewards. Here I can see I have some unpaid rewards. And then your validators, I can see here my validators that are active, and all the others here that are still, you know, that I'm not, they're not, my stake is not with them today, which is also very, very helpful. Controller account, this controller account will be probably removed because I can see I have the proxy, and this is awesome. I think it's awesome stuff to see, because if you have, for example, I mean, the problem for me is that if you have a Ledger account and you log in with the Ledger, you always have to have the Ledger with you if you want to do stuff. But you don't want to do that, and I think staking proxy is very useful in this kind of situation, and you can just add the staking proxy now with Nova. This was a really great addition. And to add the staking proxy, you just have to select. You can tap from your wallets, and I want to select the KSM tutorial, and done. I can see like the proxy deposit and the network fee that will be paid by the proxied account. And continue, confirm, and now I have my proxy. But how can I see this? I noticed that I need to go here as like a notification on the upper symbol here at the top right corner. If I tap it, I have this nice update, delegated account update. Nova Wallet automatically add delegated authorities, proxy to separate category for you. Really nice, done. And I have here my staking proxy, which is great. And in my staking proxy now, I don't have funds, so I will not do any transaction right now with it. But I just want to show you guys that if you tap on this and you go under staking, it will look like you're staking. But actually, the funds are not with this account. But you can, of course, sign all these transactions with this account instead of using the stash. And this is really great. Yeah, I think it's yeah, Anton.
Yeah, just again, I think I will just jump to the call whenever we have some fun facts or like stories from the designing and building the wallet. So basically, initially we wanted to provide only like the other side of the proxies, which is like controlling proxied wallets to the Nova wallet, right? So it means that initially we didn't want to include a feature to assign the proxies from the Nova wallet, right? Because most of the cases are basically that you have some cold account on the Polkadot vault, on the ledger, or the account that you don't want to connect to the mobile environment, let's say, right? And you want to use this account to create a proxy to, let's say, a less secure environment, right? So the browser extension or whatever it is, and to have your wallet managed by this small account, right? For example, for staking, this is like the most
Right.
one of the most valuable use cases, right? But just because in the past we had this controller account feature, right, which is exactly the same as a proxy. It's like a staking proxies, right? And because of the control account being deprecated right now, right, so this functionality will be removed from the blockchain. We decided to like have this backward compatibility for our users who are using the controller accounts into the Node wallet setups, because this is still 100% legit use case when you have your ledger or Polkadot vault connected to the Node wallet, right? And then in the Node wallet, you can now have a controller account or the proxy account for this another wallet, which is like Ledger one or Polkadot one, right? And you can manage it right into the Node wallet. So this is super useful for such use cases, right? So we decided to proceed with this. So yeah, this is like a backstory of why we decided to put some feature which is supposed to be in, let's say, more like a desktop-like environment, right? Or enterprise environment, power tool environment, I would say, right? Rather than in like very user-friendly application like Nova World. But at the end of the day, we want to promote the proxy features as well. So right now we want to see how feedback goes for the staking users. And in the future, who knows, we may add other proxies to the Nova World because there are a lot of them. So this is like a backstory.
Well, thanks for sharing. It's no, I think it's great. I mean, I will try now very quickly to use it then. I need to send some funds. So I have here my, I need to go to my stash. And in my stash, I can click on send. And then I want to send some Kusama on Kusama, because I have some KSM also on Kusama Asset Hub. It's really great. It's showing you also like if you have like different assets on different chains. So we'll tap on KSM. And then from the list of my wallets, I need to select my my proxy, which is KSM tutorial. And then I need to select some KSM. And here I will just put 0.5 KSM and continue and confirm. So now here it should go through, and I should get here. You can see already on Polkadot.js 0.5 KSM, which is great. Then I go and I select my proxy. Then I go to staking, and I go to Kusama, and here where I'm nominating. And let's say I want to stake a little bit more or less, but here I just put more, 0.1 KSM. And here I click continue, and I click confirm. So it's telling me this is delegating account. Transaction will be initiated by the KSM tutorial as a delegated account. Network fee will be paid by the delegated account. So automatically continue in the future. What does it mean?
That will not show you this window because people might not understand which account is paying for what when they're using the proxies. So we have to educate people, right? So, but at the same time, we don't want to annoy people whenever they.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right?
I see.
So let's say someone like you is using proxies, you know for sure like which account is using the fees, so you don't want to see this. But somebody who using this for the first time, they educating themselves by reading this. And once they become comfortable with understanding how exactly it works, they can just hit this check mark and that's it.
I think it's awesome, and it went through. It worked. We increased our bonded balance, and we actually used the proxy. We didn't sign with the stash. So my feedback is really, I would say, it's really great, and I see like a strong use case here. But I can see like how people might not use it as well. Maybe they just prefer to use the ledger, or maybe they think it's a little bit too advanced as a feature, but it's definitely good stuff to have on a wallet. And I'm curious to see like how other user they perceive this addition. All right, so here settings again. This is the last menu that we didn't touch. You can have like the currency set, the language, biometric authentication. You can approve with a PIN code. You can reach out to the community. You can rate. You can access the wiki. I mean, you can read yourself here. It's pretty like intuitive. But yeah, I think we can start with EMA. Yeah, Anton.
I wanted to highlight also like a staking tab from any wallet basically that you have. Can you show me like the staking screen and for example, the Polkadot one? So the backstory of one of our recent changes with the staking is that we are really close in touch with the community, and community usually asking a lot of questions about the Polkadot staking, right? And specifically in Polkadot, one of the like most frequent question is how much DOT I need to stake, right? And there have been historically it was like a really different answer to this question because it's changing, right? It's changing almost on daily basis, right? It was changing before like from 10 dots linearly, but then there was some change establishing the minimal amount of dot to 250, right? And then it started to change again linearly, increasing by, I would say, like bi-weekly basis, right? Or monthly basis. And the thing is that whenever people try to get the answer to this question, they have different answers, right? One place says you can stake as little as 1 dot, right? And then they try to do it with, let's say, Polkadot apps, and they don't receive any rewards, right? And they're like, what's going on, right? Another answer that they get is 250, right? Because some tools saying that the minimal amount to stake on the Polkadot is 250, right? And that is not quite what user wants to see, because if they try to stake 250, then basically they will not receive rewards, right? Because the actual minimal stake is higher than that, right? It's like 580, I would say, right? So there is a lot of data, a lot of answers on different websites, and the users are so confused. They're just like okay, I need to have like 600 dot for this app, but for this app I need to have 1 dot. Why it's so? And then they start to research, they start to learn about nomination pools, They start to learn about validators. They now need to understand how to choose the right nomination pool or how to choose the right validators, which is 16 times more time consuming than choosing the pool. So it's like there is a lot of stuff that needs to be done by the user. And at the same time, they can just go to the centralized exchange and stake it there. But this is not good for them because it's like a custodial solution, right? There are some limitations coming from these platforms for the user funds. And we, as patrons of the Web3, right, we wanted to make their experience as smooth as possible, right? So we had to crack to this topic to understand how we can solve it. And the current solution for the Nova wallet that you see is basically doing that. The process of start staking in the Nova is literally like one step. You just tap on the Polkadot. You have all this information, like, because users also ask, like, how often I will receive rewards and so on. Like, what about staking, blah, 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 right? And the thing is, like, I think if you will change the wallet to not a proxied one, but to a regular one, we would be able to show people that it's just like as easy as one click, right? So they tap on the Polkadot.
Yeah, the thing is that I don't have the tokens. I don't know if it allows me to. So I go to now. Yeah. I switch to the KSM stash. I go to Polkadot.
Yeah, you got information about the earnings because this is also one of the most frequent questions, like how much DOT I will get from the staking, right? You got information about the minimal stake, which is 1 DOT, right? And when you will start receiving rewards, how much time you need to spend, you need to wait for the unstake, how often you receive rewards. Like, all is there conveniently presented. And if you want to learn more, there is like a wiki link. If you scroll down, and then if you start staking, you literally just enter the amount. So
and I really like that it selects exactly if you need to go to a pool or you know, you are a nominator, depending on the amount that you want to stake. I think that's that helps a lot, I think, to people from making mistakes.
Yeah, and it's literally like,
I mean, now I don't have anything, so I have 0. But it's already recommending me to go to the pool.
No, but you can still try to enter like 1,000 here. It's okay. You will not be able to proceed with this, but you will be able to see how it's changing.
Okay. Right? Yeah.
So
that's great.
The thing is that it is literally like depending on the amount, because if you have less than required for the staking with the validators, or like what is called here a direct staking, you will be routed to the pool staking. But if you have more, then you have much more superior staking in terms of the UX, and sometimes even in terms of the rewards, if you think about it, right? Because for the pool staking, you need to always claim rewards. And if you not do this every day, you basically not like maximizing your after compound rate, right? Because you are interested for your stake to go higher and higher with each day. But at the same time, if you do it each day, you spend the money for the commission. So long story short, direct staking is superior comparing with the pool staking. So that's why we can easily route users depending on the amount. Now, the question is that, okay, it's clear that we can select different type of the staking, but what we will do with the pools, with the validators? And the question and the answer is, what we came up with is that we will become responsible for the pool staking and for the validators by allowing users to like receive our suggestion by default. So by default, it is our pool, like a no wallet pool, and by default, it's a validator staking with recommended validators, which are basically algorithmically based for the in terms of like APY, in terms of like reliability, in terms of like having on-chain identity, so like a set of rules in order to understand that, okay, these 16 validators are the best at this moment, right? And we can recommend it for the user, because otherwise this list would be biased if we would be like changing it somehow. But if we just orient on the blockchain data, then we can do this. And then that's it. They can just proceed with this and start staking.
Yeah. So that makes sense. It's exactly what you said, right? I mean, in the pool, the downsides of the pool is that the rewards are accumulated somewhere else, and you need to claim them to your account or to compound them. So I think here, like, you can exactly here I was member of this pool, this Signet pool ID 165.
Yeah.
I can claim rewards, and I can here toggle the option to restake the rewards, and they will like contribute again into staking, like this, or like not doing it, and this will be basically sent to my account as a free balance.
Yeah.
You can also
Exactly.
participate in governance with the pool. Yes, yeah, right. Limo is right. The other downsides of being a pool member is that your tokens cannot be used in governance at the moment. But yeah, I mean, it's. I wanted to show also here the fact that if I decide to go and stake now with on Polkadot, of course I have a zero balance. But if I put 561, which is the current minimum active bond, it still gives me the. I mean, it's still sending me to the pool, because he wants to make sure that I get rewards 100%. And the way like Polkadot works right now, I don't go in too much detail with the bags list and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But whatever is tracked here on the Polkadot staking dashboard, 561 dot, the minimum to earn rewards, that's technically not right. You don't have 100%
it's
chance.
technically true, right? But what is not, why it's only technical true is that it is changing, right? And we don't know how often it will change. So just to be in more like a safer environment, we recommend users like a next iteration or the next bag, if we're going to use the technical terms, which is right now 620 something dot. That will give some time from like existing iteration, like to wait until the current actual minimal stake to earn rewards will catch up with this one that users saw and used during the staking into the node wallet, right? So they will accumulate some rewards by that time, but also they will have some time until the next increase of the minimal amount of things. So by
you go to the next bag.
Exactly, yeah. By recommending them like a next like minimal amount of dot to earn rewards, because it is predictable, right?
Yeah.
We kind of make it more safer for the user in terms of like earning consistently the rewards, right?
Yeah, you're also pushing faster the minimum active bond.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, it's like the problem of the bags are not sorted. The stake within the bag is not sorted. That's the problem, right? That's why if you stake 560 dot today, it's not sure that tomorrow you get rewards. You might since it's constantly changing. But I think it's like selecting the next bag is really a clever solution to make sure people are actually getting the rewards.
Yeah, but Filippo, have you seen the? I'm not sure that you have seen this alert or not, but if Nova understands that your position in the current backlist, so to say, is not optimal, it will suggest you to update it. So there will be an alert on your staking, and it will say something like, to improve your staking, update your position, and they can press there and they can submit a transaction for it.
Yeah. No, I didn't see that message, but that's great if there is. Like, definitely good. Otherwise, I don't know if you want guys to add something else. I think we covered like most of it. Probably the main feature. I can see like a swap feature. I can see a swap feature grayed out. This probably will be released anytime soon, I think. I don't know if you have like
really soon. We're finishing the final testing. I think the team already sent the builds to the App Store and Google Play, or they just like planning to do so like almost right now. But this the good stuff is that this swap will be finally enabled. It will use for now the HydroDX parachain, the HydroDX Omnipool for swapping. It has a lot of liquidity. It's finally a game changer for us and for like everyone in the ecosystem, because this is like one of the most requested features to swap the liquid tokens to the stable coins and vice versa, right? And it will be finally possible like using the native wallets. So this is really a great feature. And in the future, we are going to expand this beyond. So we're going to work together with the HydroDX team, with other teams to make swaps in no wallet, like not just a swap on one parachain, but for the whole ecosystem, like benefiting from the liquidity on different places, basically.
Yeah, that's
enabling
awesome.
enabling something what is called like a cross-chain swap. So you will not need to think about moving tokens to the, let's say, HydroDX parachain. The app will do it for you, right? So it will be done automatically.
You can still do it through the browser. You can go to HydroDX, log in, and swap stuff. Of course, like it's not that nice, but I mean, people right now that they're waiting, they can still like use the mobile to access this feature.
I can tell you, Filippo, that the difference between using the same feature in amazing app like a Polkadot staking dashboard, and when the same feature is available into the native interface is tremendous. It's like, it is so big that we were shocked when we released the nomination pool support, or this like a 2-in-1 flow with validators and a pool assignment. Our pool like went dramatic increase because basically we had a lot of educational materials to go to the Polkadot staking dashboard, the app, to stake with a no wallet pool, right? And we got some nominations from it, right? But as soon as that was available, like joining nomination pool of no wallet from the native interface, it just like skyrocketed. So I'm assuming that yes, people can still use HydroDX or any other DApp for the no wallet, but as soon as they have,
when you have the swap button there,
it's just like a completely different for the people in terms of like understanding, and not everyone like an expert in the Web3 space and understand how it works, right? It just like it clicks in their brain, right? And it's now official. I don't know, like I'm not sure like what exactly. It can be like a million reasons, but it's just like a completely different traffic of the users, right? In terms of the volume.
Yeah.
So
no, that makes totally sense. Makes sense.
And maybe to highlight like next features, they're basically public into the proposal. I have spoiled a little bit something what is not described in a lot of details into the proposal, which is like a huge feature coming to the vote for the OpenGov, right? That will be like, again, something innovative, something what is not available yet anywhere, right? But it will be like a game changer. And from the something what was publicly announced in our proposal, there are two main things that team is working right now, which are the push notifications. So as soon as you receive any tokens, as soon as you receive any staking rewards, or even if you want to customize push notifications for the governments, that will be possible now, right? So you will receive push notifications. Let's say someone sent you the DOT tokens, or here's your daily staking reward, or here's the new referendum in the big spender track, right? Or this referendum just changed to the approval state, or it has been executed, right? So you will now be able to like customize these push notifications and of course receive it, right? Which is also really great. And the second feature is our step.
I think notification is definitely like something interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And the second feature, which I'm really excited, is the cloud backups. That will be something to increase the mass adoption of the wallets, right? Of the wallets, because that will allow users to securely backup their key sets to their clouds. So that is very interesting. That is also reducing a lot of time spent during the onboarding. That is not removing the classic way of having your local backups. That's not our goal. Our goal is to simplify it for people with either like low balance accounts or like a first wallet users, and then they can decide like, do they want to still keep up with the cloud backups, or they want to have it only backed up locally. Personally, I will use them because I want to upgrade my phone, and I don't want to re-add all of my, let's say, some wallets, right? There's several of them. So I will just cloud backup, and then I will just log in on the new device, and all these accounts will be fetched automatically from the cloud.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds really like a very interesting and exciting roadmap for Nova Wallet. You already did like amazing job in the ecosystem to really ease a lot of steps and make. I mean, considering like the complexity of Polkadot, that there are so many, like difficult part to understand and difficult steps. It's like a multi-chain,
Yeah.
different parachain and stuff like that. The way that you made it possible, like to transfer between chains so easily, to stake, to vote in OpenGov, I think it really helped a lot of people.
Yeah, if I would compare like building products like No Wallet for the environment like substrate networks, I would say like you have a laptop or the like a computer in front of you, right? Imagine ripping off the case, the keyboard, the display, and you will left with like internal components like a processor, RAM, the battery. And now imagine like you have to build the interface, like you have to build the way to interact with these components. And this is literally our job into the Nova Summit Technologies. What we have usually, right? And the great example with this is OpenGov, right? Because when we started to implement the interface for it or the whole solution, there were like zero solutions. Even the Polkadot.js apps didn't support the OpenGov, right? So we have been the first team in the ecosystem who provided the interface for the OpenGov so that people would actually understand what's going on when the runtime upgraded on the Kusama first and then on Polkadot to introduce the OpenGov. So it is a literally work of us to come up with the keyboard, so to say, or to the display, which would be first really compatible with the components, right? Or in this analogy is like a substrate code base, like a source code, like which we read and understand in order to build the interface. And the second, that keyboard and that display and the whole case and other inputs, they have to be really intuitive and really comfortable for the users to use, right? Because otherwise you will end up with something working, but like not able to be used. So yeah, this is also very interesting thing.
Yeah, I also like I like the fact that USDC and USDT now are possible to be transferred from Binance to the Polkadot Asset Hub, and I really think it's nice the fact that in my wallet, if I go like on receive, if I want to receive stuff, like type of USDT, and I get like information about all the possible USDT that I can get, right? Of course, I need to select now. Kusama Asset App is not supported on Binance, but on Polkadot you have Polkadot Asset App, so you need to like you can tap and see like here the address where you can send your tokens and any other tokens between parachain. It's quite intuitive to use even for a new user. Maybe it takes a little bit of time to digest, but you play around it with an hour or so, you get around it pretty quickly, I think. Okay, so any other question from the audience? Otherwise, I think we can wrap up. We are already like 1 hour in this AMA. Cool.
Yeah,
Nobody has question. Yeah. So thanks again for coming here to this live tutorial in AMA. And yeah, I really love your energy, and I'm a big fan of your work. So I'm really excited about what comes next with Nova Wallet. Definitely.
Thank you so much, Filippo, and thank you everyone who participated. If you have any questions, feel free to ask like after the AMA. Feel free to ask in our social media. Follow us on Twitter. Join Telegram.
Yeah, exactly. How people can reach out to you? Like, please, if you want to tell them.
Sure. We have recently updated our website. It's now amazing. Maybe you can show it. nowallet.io. Right. So if you scroll down, you can see this all like a feature, highlights, animations. And if you scroll below, just like on any other product website, you would be able to see the social media links where you can get in touch with us, like our Telegram, our Twitter, so feel free to do so. And if you have any question and you need to have a support, you have this like a drop us a message, or you can visit our No Wallet Wiki, which is huge and has a lot of instructions how to do stuff, basically. It has information about the wallet management, asset management, staking, DApps, governance, all with nice animations, instructions. Our fellow Lima is one of the biggest contributors to this wiki, so you can rely on the quality of the content there.
Great job, Limo. looks awesome. Yeah, cool. Then yeah, I wish you a nice day or evening. I don't know where you are. Morning.
Yeah, we're in Berlin right now, so it's still a working day. And
yeah.
Have a great one, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks,
guys.
Cheers. See you around.
Bye-bye.
Bye.